Hello, my beautiful friends, welcome back. Oh well, I did what I promised to do. Here we are again with this journal, and we are going to work in it for a while. Yeah, I was contemplating adding corners, but maybe not. Okay, so I have cut and folded the pages, as you can see, and this one could be a notebook in itself, as I said, and I messed up a little bit, and I will have to be aware when I'm making these kind of prints that if I want this image here to be on the front page, I will have to switch them. Anyway, I'm going to go with it as it is, and they are 12 pages, so I'm going to make 4 piles because I think I want 4, let's see, you see, I think I want 4 signatures, yes, and I'm going to put them in 4 piles like this: A1, A2, hopefully you can see, A3 and A4, and then I'm gonna randomly arrange the pages in the piles. Yeah, so how are you guys? How have you been? I at the last video I have a comment, and it is in Romanian because I'm Romanian, and I have a comment from a friend, and she asked me, wait a second, 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3. Cool. Okay, so she asked me why have I left such a big margin, and to be honest, for me the margin was not too big. It was just normal, to be honest. It was normal, yeah, but I have left the margin. It is a 1 centimeter margin, and if you don't know the measurements in centimeters, I think it is 7/8 of an inch, and I don't like that. To me it is not too big. Yeah, it is not. But if you think that it is too big of a margin, I can redo. Yes, I can redo them. Let me see. Yes, this is how I want them. Okay, cool. And now I will have to decide how many pages do I want in a let me check how can you, if you can see them. Yeah. I will bring you a little bit more up so that you can see a little bit more of them. Can you see my belly? No? No, my belly is here. Wait. I'll be back. Okay, I am back. You are going to hear sounds because Maria is back home. She was... Maria is what? She is back home. Okay, so I have to decide how many pages do I want in a signature, and I think I want 8. And we have to be mindful because what have I done? I have done something. I have done some something. Okay. So, why is this here? Oh, it has the back. Okay, so we are having 2 of these, and I could use this one to be the third. And anyway, let me show you, because you know we did 2 pages. We did this one, yes, and it is going to live in a signature, and we have one more, yes, we have this one. Do you remember this one? Yes. So we have 2 of these. Okay. And these have the margins really well, and this is a little bit taller. It is different. This one is different. This one is very different, but we can tear that from up here, and hopefully I'm not tearing anything important, but I did. But it is fine. It looks fine. It looks fine. It still looks fine. And I will ink it back, and there you go, like that. So we are having 2 of these pages. And let's see where might, oh, look how pretty it looks. It looks pretty. So we are having that, and this one is going to be in the first signature, and this one is a little bit higher, and it can live somewhere here, like that, and it is going to have things in there. Okay, so now we have to make 2 more of those, so that we have the same amount of pages in the signatures. So let's do that. Why not? Let's do that. I cannot see why not. And I'm having a white and a pink, and there are going to be 3 of these in the journal, because this is the amount that I have, of paper that I have. Let me see if I can find another paper. Oh no, we are going to go with it. We are going to go with the flow, because 2 are enough. 2 are more than enough. And I'm going to take this, and I'm going to take this, and we are going to glue them in here like that, and in here like that, and then we are going to work with them. Yes, it's a plan. This is the plan. Yes, it's a plan. Okay, so it is Friday afternoon, and I hope that you are going to celebrate nice this TGIF holiday. Yes, it's a holiday. It is. And I have found a video on TikTok with a lot of songs overlapped, and they sound exactly like the songs in my head. For example, now I'm having that hooray hooray, it's a holiday in my head, and I don't know if you know the song. I don't know if you are of my age or close to my age, so that you are familiar with that song. But I am trying to take these goobers off. I'm trying my best to put enough glue on the margins, and then I'm going to come with this one page and I'm gonna glue it more or less precise. There you have it. I'm having a something in here. If I could find my folder, my, so to speak, bone folder, but it is not a bone folder anyway. I'm going to press really well with the back of my scissors. This is what I am doing, like that, and I will leave it to dry until I'm gluing this other one page. And there you go. I'm having the light that I was waiting for. I wanted to have a more uniform light, not to have the, you know, shadows on my table, because I find them disruptive when I'm watching my own videos. I am not doing that, but watching my own videos, yes, I am not watching my own videos, because it feels cringy. It does. It makes me cringe. Watching my own videos makes me cringe. I don't know why. Do you have the same? Do you have the same cringe when you watch your own videos? I don't know. I do cringe. I'm going to take this one and I'm gonna put it in here like that, and it grabbed already. Trying my best to massage that glue. Okay, and now I'm going to leave this one dry until I am tearing this one up. Yes, I will tear it. I will. Let me Let me start with these margins. Come on. And I want to tear them because the other pages are also torn. And I would like to have this torn margins effect all over the... I'm trying to keep this one straight. Let's see if I can manage. Let's see if I can manage to do that. There you go. I'm having a nice scrap. I am having a nice scrap in there. Yes. Okay, cool. So this one is torn. I will give it a little bit more time to dry. And as you have seen with the other page, this is going to become really sturdy. It will be really sturdy. It will. Like that. Okay, so we are going to decorate this side. Maybe. Maybe. Okay, so now let me... This didn't print straight. It didn't print straight. Anyway, hopefully it is going to be straight. When the printer took the paper, it took it tilted. There you go. And now these are scraps, and we are going to use them in this journal, in other journals, I don't know, but we are going to use them for sure. They will be used. Okay, so now if this one is pink, it has this pink color, and one signature is not going to have... Maybe I'm going to make 3 signatures with more papers. I don't know. Let's ink this. This is pink, so I'm going to ink it with this red ink. And let's see. Yeah, I'm having plenty of ink on my dauber. It is going to be reddish. Christmassy. Or summery. Or springy. Yes, because it is spring. For me it is summer because today we had, I don't know, 20 degrees Celsius. 20 Celsius. Yes. Which are, I think, 80 Fahrenheit or 85, something around these lines. It was warm. It was warm. So I'm going to fold it like this also. And burnish it with my fingernail in such a manner that I don't tear it, like that. that. Cool. And now it is inked. It is inked. And do I want to ink it? Is it accepting my ink? Do you accept my ink? My lady? Let's look at my hand. I'm always having these T-Rex hands, and I'm watching, sometimes I'm watching a few minutes of the video and I see my hands going like that, and as I said, it is cringy for me. And now I am very self-aware. Yeah, I remembered the "you talk too much" comment, but you know, if you see only my hands and you don't hear me, I don't know if you like that. I don't know. And this one, should I ink it with pink also or with brown? I think the brown makes more sense. The vintage photo. The vintage photo makes more sense. It does. Just give me one moment and I'll be back. I'm back. I am back. Okay, let me grab my ink. Ink-a-dink. And just ink this. Oh, this is nice. And maybe I will use those magnolia flowers in here. And I will go and I'm having some magnolia trees in the neighborhood, and I'll pay them a visit to see how are they. How are they? Because some trees are already awake, and I don't know if the magnolias have awakened. And it was a very warm winter for us, and I don't know if the trees get the chance to rest. In front of my window there are two lint trees, a female and a male. And yeah, they are a family. And the lady seems to be awake, awake, and the boy also is trying to wake up, but they are still sleepy. They are still sleepy. And what am I talking about? If you are asking yourself, what is she talking about? The trees being awake. Yes, the trees are sleeping during the winter. As you know, they are losing their leaves and they look almost dead. But they are not. They are just sleeping. They are sleeping. And when they start to wake up, they start to have those little buds, and you can almost hear them. Almost. Or at least I can. Because I'm a crazy old lady. Oh, oh, ow! I have hurt my knees. I have just hurt my knees. Okay, where do we start? Where do we start? I have to be careful because these papers, these two, are directional. I'm having a little bit of handwriting in here, and these flowers, they have to be up like this because otherwise it doesn't make sense to me. Here. Here I am. Yes. I got inspired by this piece of paper. Let me see if I can use this in here like a pocket, and it looks pretty. It does look pretty, but I would like to what? Round the corners. Yes, I would like to round the corners. Maybe do I want a little bit of book paper? Book page. Grab. This is my box with book pages. Old book pages. Yes, they are old. They are pretty old. I don't know that. This is a Sherlock Holmes, but it is so old, and it was already destroyed when I have found it. So let me check and see how it looks like. How does it look like? I mean, look at this. I am barely touching it and it gives off. And no, I don't think that I like this. I don't like this, but I am going to try something. I'm going to take this one and I will try to transform it into some lace. Let me see, does it? Yes, it works. It works pretty well. And then this one is gonna come here like that. There you go. And then this one, the third or the fourth. Is it enough? I will do more. Okay, and then I'm going to take this one and like that. There you go. enough. I want a little bit of this here and a little bit in here. And I think I will have to do more. And I like, as much as I like these, I am not going to keep them. I have to throw them away. No. Why? Why do I have to throw them away? I just have to. Okay, so a 1, 2, 3. There you go. Like that, I think this is enough. I think. Hopefully it is enough. Hopefully. Okay, so I am going to have this like that, but it doesn't show. Oh no, it doesn't show. I don't like it. I think I'm still very much attached, emotionally attached to this image. Although, you know, I'm searching for my corner chomper, but it doesn't seem to be around. Where are you? Where are you? Okay, I have found you. I didn't want you, but see, where's my corner chomper? Oh, it's a hut. No, my corner. I cannot find it, guys. Oh, found it. Found it. One of them. I have to. Okay. Like so. And maybe I'm going to ink it with a little bit of brown. And if you hear noises, Maria is doing some laundry. So it's the laundry machine, because she was away for a few days, and when you come home from a trip, you wash your clothes, of course. Go like that. Like that. Okay. And then it makes more sense up here. Okay, this is what I didn't like, the position. Huh? Okay, I didn't like the position. But now that I have found the position, it is going to be a tuck spot, and it is going to be glued here and here. So it is gonna be glued here, and here. And of course, this is a lot of glue. Okay, and I'm gonna glue it here, like that. It is very close to the signature, but hopefully it is stuck. Cool. And now in here I would like something. I would like something, and I will find something. I think I'm gonna use the Elegance Beauté again, just because. Or maybe I have printed some things today, but I don't know where they're. And my printer started to act. My printer has a, how is it called? Temper. It does. It has a temper. You have no idea. It does. And I'm going to, these are, I had the, I made them. I made them. Sorry for that. This cough is harassing me. Since December I have this cough. And it comes and it goes. Like that. Do we like it? Do I want a little bit of fabric underneath? There you go. Now I have found these. No. No, I am going to say no. I will say no. And this is a fabric that is as shiny as the page. No. Let's see. Let's see what we can do with this. piece of fabric. Like that. And I'm having in there a word that I am not very keen of because it should have been cacao, but the O from cacao is missing. And yeah, I have been left with cacao. Oh. And since I don't like this word, that word, maybe I will take a different. Do I like it? I very much like it. I like it very much. I do like it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for the word. Who doesn't like it can cover it. And anyway, these are not, I haven't put them on my coffee shop. They are just for me. And about that, this question has arisen into my head. Nobody asked me. My brain asked me. How come you say that your journals are unique, but you are using digitals? And I have no idea why I had this question in my head, but it might arise in your heads also, in your minds. And my answer to this is, of course, the digitals that I have created. I have used images from the how is it called? From the internet, and they were free, so everybody can access them. Okay, but the way that I have arranged them and the way that I have prepared them and worked with them is very unique. Is very, very unique. Yes. And then when I am working with them in my journals, I mean, I could never redo this page, even if I wanted to. I couldn't. Even if I had all the papers put together like this, and I wouldn't be able to recreate it. These are unique. Yes.
Can I show you what I got?
Wait a second, guys. Maria needs me, and I will be back with you. I'll be back. I am back. Okay, so I am having this. No, I'm having this, and I'm having this notebook, and I have cut it in here because it has these beautiful pages. Where should I? It has these beautiful pages, you know, in my fingers with glue. And I would like to cut this one out of here, or tear it, or whatever is faster. And this seems to be an invoice from a chocolate shop, Chocolat Falier 2, Fabrique de Bonbons Nicolas Pas. They say that it is a place where they make chocolates and truffles and all kinds of good stuff. Okay, I want to, you see, it is not long enough. How shorter it is. I am going to glue it here like that, and we are going to have an interesting, or maybe yeah. Let's put the glue on. You step aside. Yes, glue on, and I'll use my stick, my glue stick, which is empty. Oh, I'll have to bring in a different glue stick because this one is done. Oh no! This is my last glue stick. I will have to buy myself some glue sticks. Wait. Stay in one place, please, because you are going to have glue all over yourself and you are going to look scruffy, and I don't want you to look scruffy even though you are supposed to be old, but you have been treasured by somebody. They have treasured you because yes, do you know why? Because they have bought these chocolates for their loved one. Yes, and they were staying on a bench in a park, and they were speaking with a woman, and they were telling her, you know, my mama always said that life's like a box of chocolates. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, well, you will have to search for the movie Forrest Gump. Search for the movie Forrest Gump. Okay. And you will see. Okay. And of course, Forrest Gump doesn't happen in 1900s, but at the beginning of the 1900s. Oh my God, Forrest Gump! Is it from the 1900s? I'm a century old. Oh my God! Oh my God! Chocolat Falier Doulet, and I think this is from the 1800s, but I don't know because I cannot seem to find a year in here. It is a year in here. 1902. So for sure Forrest Gump was not made in 1902. It was made maybe 90 years later, towards the end of the 1900s. There you go, like that. And we are having a nice background in here. Yes. And do I want to add something in here? Maybe I want a stamp. Do I want a stamp? with a birdie. Do I want a birdie in here? Let me see if I want something like around these lines. Birdie, which birdie? Does it fit? It fits, but it looks that way, so it should be down here like that, and it looks up, and up here we have what? I don't. Okay, so let's no, this one. And the birdie is going to be brown, but the stamp in this is going to be I'm having birdies in the tree. It's a tit. Yes. And it is not perfect. I don't care. I couldn't care less. But this one, maybe this one is going to look more better. Maybe this one is going to look better. And it is going to stay, to live in here like that. And it looks like that. Yes, pretty. It looks pretty. It does. And this birdie is looking up to a butterfly, maybe? Or maybe not. Maybe I'm going to use this in here like so. And it is going to be red also. Red. It is going to be red. Yes. And I can use the entire ink pad. I'm a crafter. Of course I can use an entire ink pad as a stamp. I don't know what is that? A stamp sport, huh? And I'm going to stamp it in here just like that, and that's it. Commit. Just commit. There you go. You have it. And I will let it dry a little bit until I'm putting my stamp pads away and my steps, and I have to close the glue like that because I am going to stop now because I'm losing my light. Not my mind, but my light. And my mind. Sometimes I'm using my mind. Where's my... Yes, like that. At least I am aware that I'm losing. And the jukebox in my head started to play again. Okay, like that. And this is going to live in here like that. And because of this, it cannot go all the way up. So it is going to live in here like that. Okay, we are going to create something else in here. Yes. Yes, are you with me? Yay! Should we create something else? Let's see. Let's see what I'm having in here. I'm having some flowers. But they are a little bit too small. Too small. Okay, so I'm going to take this one, and I'm going to take the powders out of here, like that. There you go, like that, and I'm going to there you go. Now this one really gets in there, and it can be, it is hidden, but for the closure, so that we can have a little bit of closure today, I'm going to just leave it like that. This is a pretty, this is going to be a pretty journal for a lady, for the Mother's Day, or and I could have taken these flowers, and my, as I said, my printer acted out today, so yeah, this is it. This is what we have done today. These are all curled up because they are wet. They are still wet. But they are going to be straight. They will be straight. So this is what we did today. Yes, this is what we did. This is what we did today, really. And I'm going to decide, these are going to stay under a really heavy. There you go. Now they are going to be straight. Tomorrow they will be straight. So this is what we did today. We have decided that we want 4 signatures, and then we have created 2 more pages, and maybe we are going to have three signatures, three thicker signatures with more pages in them. Anyway, I will have to decide for the papers, and yeah. But I will see you again soon. I don't promise that I will see you tomorrow because I want to go out a little bit tomorrow and just be in nature. But I will see you soon, and we will continue to work on the journal. Yes? Yes. See you soon, guys. Until then, craft with joy.